applying to electricity generally, so it could be ground source heat pumps or whatever. So it's a correct point you made, but you know, the renewable heat incentive is still not there.
No.
So why was there a 3 or 4 year, whatever it is, 2 or 3 year gap delay? And similarly with the transport stuff, the electric vehicles and so on, that's taking longer. So perhaps they should. And it's difficult to do everything at once, but it should happen. It's not fair that someone's more.
I think partly it's just the case that the feed-in tariff had a lot of precedents around Europe. A lot of other countries are running feed-in tariffs. The RHI is a new policy. No one else is doing an RHI in the way we're talking about it. And it's just taking some time to. Yeah, and it's changed a lot since its original inception.
But I think you highlighted something there which could be one of the solutions to it, is if the feed-in tariff was set up with a particular goal in mind, in other words to encourage PV on private residences, and if because of the way it was structured it's given the wrong result, then there's a very, very simple solution. All you do is you have 2 rates of feed-in tariff, one for anything below 10 megawatts, 10 kilowatts, and one for anything above 10 kilowatts. And it would solve the problem. I mean, having a targeted approach to get the outcome that you're looking for, I think is perfectly valid. Now, I don't know whether that has some kind of legal impediment in the way of it, but that seems a very logical approach.
Okay, I'm going to close that discussion down, only because it's not giving me what I need. But it's a very good discussion to have. So, do you think you've helped me answer that first question there? As businesses in Cambridgeshire, have you given me all the information you think I need to go away and help me develop this framework which will help you as businesses?
One point of contact.
One point of contact.
I think it's a good point because it's very confusing for different organisations that are involved, and how do you get access to these kind of policy developments that are happening centrally? How can local businesses access it without kind of
going around the houses? Yeah, going around the houses and then finally finding the right person right on your doorstep.
Just the complexities of actually sort of trying to get sort of that approved by county council can just be an absolute nightmare. So is there sort of a forward-thinking exercise being done? Actually, okay, we're going to put combined heat power networks in with large parts running around streets. How's that going to actually work? How are we going to get approval for it? Just see it being an absolute sort of logistical nightmare.
Really?
One of that, okay. Anything else you want to add on that before we go on to section 3?
Access to cheap finance.
is that feasible?
Ask the question.
Well, it's an alternative to quite easy. I don't mean that as a facetious comment, but you know, if you want resources to go into this, then what you do is you put if you're putting money into the economy, you put the money into the projects directly. You don't give it to the banks and hope that they'll put it into the projects. You put it in directly.
I think that's an important part of this work, is the element that's going on now is looking at the potential locally to help support our businesses and our local economy, as well as supporting the renewables infrastructure framework and helping further the work around renewable energy as well.
Yeah, I actually think that is a really important point. As you say, Laura, that it's how are you as businesses, how are we as the public sector, and how are the community going to put their money into some of this locally, and then how do we get the benefits out of it?
There's a direct financial link that could be made just through business rates. Is there any link between business rates and building efficiencies? We've got EPCs,
Green tax.
What, tax or incentive?
From a government perspective, it will be a penalty, won't it? Because it's easier to penalise people than it actually is to incentivise them, because it costs you less to do that.
By doing any of these things, you're adding red tape on you.
Yeah.
Which is, large companies, they've got the resources to deal with it. Small companies, more red tape is definitely not a good thing.
But you can do this locally through the business rate system. It's not exactly set up for that at the moment, but it could be applied locally. Is it red tape? I mean, there's a fair bit as we call red tape. This is regulation. So is it regulation or red tape?
If you're suggesting increasing taxes.
No, I'm not suggesting I'm suggesting incentivising through business rates.
Right.
So
reducing.
You can have relief, yeah. If you're able to hit.
Provide wider
Can I
goods and
suggest-
services,
So-
what would you want the CRIF project to include to support growth in the clean tech sector in Cambridgeshire?
For me, I think there's two things. There's one is a requirement or a willingness to use SMEs, because oftentimes the genuine innovations don't come from big companies, they come from SMEs, and at the same time SMEs tend to be local, and there has to be a willingness to use new technologies in the government. So, within the government they're one of the largest, far and away the largest procurer in the UK. So if they're not prepared to use innovative technologies, then nobody else will.
And I think an organisation like CRIF can support those SMEs in their lobbying efforts as well, because it can be pretty difficult for small businesses to roll in. And I think you could find some unusually interesting things arising from it.
Okay, that's good.
How about pilot schemes, actually backing pilot schemes and using small businesses and then providing the support to use the technologies? I don't know, bringing that into social housing possibly, direct tie-up there, so new stuff gets introduced with the support from the council or whatever, a backup if you like.
Business, because I think we all know that you've all probably got good products which hopefully will at some stage be taken up. So it's how you as a business who is drawing energy, using energy, whether there's any good practice that you think you can put forward to us.
Okay, well, in the world of energy monitoring and displays, we started out by doing a huge amount of consumer research and trial work, so we could then go to the big six who are our major clients and say, look at what we've done, we've learned through speaking to real people, real consumers, and that actually dictated how we designed some of our products through a lot of consumer research and trials. And that accounted for a lot when going to the utilities, particularly over some of our competitors who hadn't done as much, and it hadn't fed into the design of their products. So I think key is consumer research trials before launching into a particular market. We're repeating that in Europe now because it's a big market for us, and in places like Australia, and repeating that model of getting into trials, proving the model, and leveraging it from there.
We're very interested in talking to energy monitoring businesses, because we have, not necessarily in Cambridge but in London, a huge portfolio of all quite low consumption units, but over 500 metres across Westminster. So, and the challenge for us is getting onto smart metering, exactly which way we go about that. So, and that's existing stock. It's not so much of an issue for new housing where we are building. But there is an area, I think, which is about the house building industry. We don't develop much of our housing. We do a fair bit, but not a huge amount. But house builders, how they are engaged in this, I think is a key opportunity for this sector. So I think all industries, house building has probably come along the least in the last 30,